Hello, welcome, and good evening, everybody. My name is Lucas. This is Lucas G. Variety. I'm back with the boys to play the Band of Blades actual play. And today is going to be February the 3rd, 2021. I'm sorry, whoops, 2022. Already a month in. I should already have it right. The groundhog, I believe, saw a shadow yesterday, 6 more weeks of winter. And 2 weeks from tonight, my son will be 1 year old on the day. So, yeah, can't believe it. So, just in case I forget in 2 weeks, hopefully I won't. I shouldn't. Saying it now, Sam. There you go, boy. If you're watching this, that means you've become a huge nerd, and I couldn't be more proud. Anyways, here we are. We're back, and this is our episode number 15, called A Chosen Gone Mad. We are in the middle of a battle, and we're going to recap real quick, and then we're going to get right into it. So let me pull up on my notes that I had here. And so the mission was, let's see what a name it, called Humble Sacrifice. As we head up into the mountains, as you're on the long path, or you're in the mining town here, right? And there is a chosen named Asingra, who was entombed here. She was mortally wounded about 300 years ago. So she was entombed. A chosen of the living God. Entombed while still alive, they say. Some say she was dead. No one knew. But you're chosen now. Shreya has been poisoned and is dying. She's like, if you can find her corpse, whatever remains of it, bring me her heart. We'll use that to make a concoction, a solution, an antidote to the poison, and I will live. So you're like, all right, let's go. You crawl up the mountains past all the active mines and the inactive mines. The miners see where you're going. They just kind of like, oh, okay, good for you. You make your way up through a narrow pass. It opens up, and you find this kind of like dome cathedral at the end of the mountain pass, surrounded by higher mountains behind it. You can see that there's like a gold and silver band running around, clear around this dome, even across the doors that are barred from the outside. There's a crack in the dome as well. It doesn't quite reach the band, this filigree of gold and silver, but so it's been some damage, but not a lot. You guys unbar the doors. You step inside. You come down into a room that has on the far side a table, a slab. 3 slabs on either side. Each of the 3 slabs, old Zemyati revenants, as we will find out. Serving in death as well as they did in life. And Asringa herself, her corpse, with her giant claymore, her long white tangled hair, laying on that middle slab. Stalactites and stalagmites everywhere. Holes in the ceiling that let sunlight through, but with the stalactites causing a lot of shadow. You guys quickly get to work. I think Joster poked a revenant. I don't remember what happened, but they started coming to life.
Yeah.
And you guys got to work. You're like, we're going to take the whole body, because if we can take the whole body, not only will we get her heart, but she might provide many reliquaries that she can be turned into for the Legion. So, Nucket the man picks up the body and is like, I'll just get out of here right now, while Joster and the rookies go to work on the revenants, taking one down. He runs for the door, and he runs out through the door, but it's like her body hits an invisible barrier and gets pulled out of his hands, remaining inside the temple. He goes out into the snow, he's kind of like, eats a little snow in his face, whatever, gets up, comes back in, and is like, He sees that his friends are getting surrounded by the revenants, as they made a wedge so they couldn't follow. So he takes out his flare gun, right, I believe, sound waves, and fires it, blowing the head clear apart on second revenant, and it drops down. And at that point, we hear a chuckle, feminine in nature, echoing through the cavern here. It's like, it's been a long time since some flies have come into the spider's web. And out of the darkness from above, silent as a mouse, she drops in behind Nucket, grabs him, and jumps up into the ceiling like Spider-Man, and up into the shadows of the stalactites. No one can see him. They just hear scuffling, fighting. His armor is ripped apart, and she sinks her teeth right into his neck, and big slurping gulps begins to drink his blood. Now he would have been fatal, but his armor protected him. And as we open up, we know Nucket is struggling with this woman that's about 7 feet tall a huge wound in her side, 300 years old and should have been dead 299 years ago, as he's like caught up in the ceiling, and the rest of the troop down below are fighting off 4 revenants. So there's commotion, there's gunshots, there's swords clanging, and I'd like to know what you guys do now. Yeah.
So, just to get a little bit of minutia, we were like forming a line against the revenants, right? And did Nugget get pulled up behind us? Like, were we unaware, or did we all?
No, I think Joster saw it.
Okay.
Did he? Because he was behind you, shot the flare gun over your shoulders, basically, and killed one of the revenants. And then it's like, whoop, got taken up. I would say that I think that could be noticed. I don't think it was that quiet, because he probably screamed. He might have dropped a weapon or dropped something that clanged. Maybe you look just in time to see his feet getting pulled up into the darkness, but you can't really see up there. So I'll say that, yeah, you're aware that something bad has happened. Maybe Astengra is live or something else.
So he's like pulled up into the darkness. I can't see up there. That complicates things.
I'm alright, boss. I'm alright. He got me.
Fresh
I'm all
blood.
right. He got me.
Fresh blood. She's
I'm
talking.
dying, but I'm fine.
She's talking
Yeah.
between
Kinda
gulps.
sexy.
She's still sucking your blood out of your neck. And it's just like,
I'll shout over. Oh man, I'll shout over to one of the rookies to like fire a flare up, and I'll draw my pistol for a clearing
Rookies
shot.
don't have flare guns.
Oh man.
That's, I think, just the heavy.
I flagged on.
Well, that's good to know.
Did you use all my flare gun ammo, or?
No,
I
it's just
think
one. It was
I'll
one
shout out.
shot, one kill.
Yeah, you'll probably just hear me shout like, I can't get it. Oh, that's not his voice at all. I can't get shot.
Could I push the flare gun against the body of it and pull the trigger?
well, I would certainly say yes. You could try to do that. Yes. Are you?
You know what?
Are you trying to just make it light? Are you trying to get away? Are you trying to harm her? What's your objective?
I'm bit of both. Trying to get away, trying
Yes.
to do some actual harm. Actually, you know what? No, I wouldn't do actual harm because she is a holy relic, and that would be very bad. And I'm a pious man deep down in my heart of hearts. So
Oh,
I'm just doing this to get away.
so like you maybe like trying to fire it right next to her head, something that will maybe the sound or the light flaring to life.
Doing it in such a way that it blinds her. Because I mean, she's been inside for a very long time. If she's been entombed and encased in like a big coffin, then
Yeah.
there's a chance use of the darkness. So I'm going to blind her so I can escape.
I think that's an excellent idea. I don't have to tell you that you're probably in a pretty desperate position right now.
Lightly.
Don't say.
But I would
And you
say
have less
that
effect.
you are at less effect. I was going to put you at standard effect just to begin with, but then you will bump down to less effect. Basically a partial effect with this. You really can't trade position for effect at this time. However, there are other things we can look at doing. There is Devil's Bargains. There is pushing yourself for 2 stress.
Probably not a good idea.
There's getting an assistant from there's getting like an assist from someone else, or even a setup action from someone. So there's other options you can use, so you don't just have to go with a roll that might be really dangerous. Devil's Bargain, off the bat, is that this gunshot, like the other gunshot's going to echo hard, and there's already been some snow and some stuff falling from the ceiling like rocks, so there's a chance with the reverberation that you can start to cause an avalanche or have things come down. So I would make some ticks on these clocks that I've not revealed. It'd be 3 ticks on a clock like that because of the desperate position. But that flare gun would be enough to damage some of the stone and also reverb enough that it's going to cause some of the house to come down a little bit. That's my devil's bargain.
You know what? That sounds like it's very dangerous, but that I'm likely going to die anyway. So, you know, what role do you think this would count as?
So you are basically meaning to get away, right?
Yeah, I'd say I'm trying to maneuver my way out of this situation. Eh?
Would that work for you? Because that gives you bonus dice? Oh my goodness.
I mean, does it?
Oh,
Well,
Did I know?
so
should
weird.
shooting
That's
would
so
definitely
perfect.
work, but your maneuvering is strictly. I mean, you're gonna fall. That's gonna hurt a little bit, but I will allow maneuver.
In that case, I'm going to try and take some stress for my maneuver roll instead.
Okay, so you're gonna push yourself for.
I'm going to push myself for, the extra. I can push myself for extra die, right? Or can I push myself for extra effect?
Yes.
Maybe.
One or the other.
Do that then.
One or the other.
I'll do that then.
So you're gonna take
extra effect.
Okay, so take 2 stress to bring it back to standard effect. And then
Take 1 stress because I remove 1 stress.
oh, what is it?
Presumably, when you charge into the enemy that outnumbers or outguns you, presumably they outgun me, right? You know, they're a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
much
Over the
Scary.
top. That's right. Okay, yeah.
So that would be 1. And then clear 1 stress and take +1 extra dice to maneuver. The position is desperate, right?
Oh yes. You don't want to
Only a
fail.
bit.
You don't want to fail. I mean,
Standard.
it feels right to me that she's got you, and she's also higher scale and higher threat, right?
Right, lads, wish me luck. Send your good vibes
Just-
to Nugget.
Just roll like Dom rolls, and everything will be alright.
Yep. All 6s.
Ooh,
5.
5.
Close.
That's not too bad.
You
That's
do it.
alright.
You do it. Let me take a look at her again. She's a threat 3. You're a threat 2. And your scale. Oof. Okay, first, you didn't take the devil's bargain, so I don't have to do that there. Oh, Nugget. So you fire off this, right? And she screams, and like as you fire it off, and it kind of blinds you too a little bit, right? And you look, and because you saw her on the slab a moment ago, but now her eyes are open, and they're like, maybe they were whatever color they once were. They've basically, the irises have faded to like a white,
You've got cataracts.
but it's like the veins in them are like throbbing, and maybe they're filling up and becoming pink again as the blood is pouring out of her mouth as she rips away from your neck and just causing more damage. And then she lets go, and you fall right onto a stalagmite.
Great.
Which is-
Thanks, man.
Which is
Not good.
it's gonna cost you a little bit here to get it down, but I believe if I'm doing it right. So you, as a specialist, right, are a
Right.
threat 2. She's a threat
Right.
3, so that's 1 extra. That's puts you up to level 4 harm, and you are a scale of 1 because you're a single person, and she's a scale 2, which is another one, which would be level 5 harm. So you're gonna need to bump it down 2 levels of harm. You still have your shield, and you can resist, but it's going to be costly, right? You guys see the Joster, you're screaming, you're pulling out your pistol. Suddenly it lights up,
I don't have a pistol.
or
I realize that now.
you're,
The rookies all have muskets.
you're pulling out your finger gun. You're like, I can't get a clear shot. And then Nugget flares. She like rips away. He falls and he hits a stalagmite. And then you see her, and she is like literally like her feet and her arms are twisted the wrong way, so she could hold onto the ceiling and climb like a spider. And she just like and she begins to scuttle backwards into the dark. But you guys can still see her for the moment because the flare hits the rock, it explodes, but it sticks to the rock, lighting up a huge portion of the room. So, before we go any further, we need to resolve Nugget here. And you guys can help him out. There's defending, you can sometimes, I think there's a defend action, right? Or stepping in to absorb some damage. I'm not saying you have to, that's just an option. But Nugget, you do still have your heavy shield, which you can spend, which will take you down a level to level 4, which is still fatal. And then I think, I'm not sure what the heavy option is. I keep forgetting. Oops, did I click that? I would suggest possibly you gotta maybe make a prowess resist.
Right.
Unless anybody else has any ideas or anything I'm missing. Yes, no? Did I cover everything?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's
I mean,
anything.
yeah.
There's nothing. The rookie can't really do much besides just spend a shield because really, the thing is that if I'd assisted, maybe I could help, but I didn't assist.
And you could sacrifice your shield by trying to like throw yourself into him as he falls so he doesn't hit the stalagmite.
Well, Prowling Thomas already used his shield. He's already sacrificed his shield.
Or his armor. What about his armor? Does he have armor? You guys decide.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Fiction first.
Yeah.
Prowling Thomas sees him coming down, and for whatever reason, he has become the group's martyr complex guy, and he just takes off running, and he tackles this big dude up in like right before the stalagmite hits him, and he takes it with his armor. So he's like halfway, like he reaches out the tackle, kind of turn just enough turn so his armor takes the blow, but he's still underneath Nugget in a broken stalagmite and a rather uncomfortable amount of rock sticking him in now his unprotected back.
Ouch. Well done. So that's your armor. That takes you down to a level 3 harm, Nugget.
All right.
Do you want to resist down to a level 2 or do you want to take it?
I'm gonna resist down to a level 2.
All right.
Because if that's level 3, that then is pushed down anyway to -1 dice.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'd rather sort of push. You said this was prowess, right?
Correct, because you used the maneuver, so it's based off that. So, but that's good. That's your good one.
That's my big one, yeah.
Get 2
Prowess.
6s and clear another stress, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
I don't get any bonus dice this, do I?
Nope, just roll it. Oh,
Yep.
you
No
got
stress.
a 6. No stress is spent. Like you're just like, hey, no big deal. But
Hey, I'm all right.
Hey, thanks, guy.
level 2 harm we'll say is going to be bruised spine as you come down hard on top of Prowling Thomas. Because Prowling Thomas is made of stone practically himself. He's so tough.
Yep. That's why I have a whole backpack full of food. That's all he's got. He's got supplies.
Well,
Cooking kit and fresh food.
unfortunately, you fell right on top of the eggs and the bread, so they're going to be no good.
Eggs never last.
Oh, man. Okay, so she backs away, trying to scuttle in the darkness. However, she is still visible for the moment. The 4 revenants that are left, are screeching. Also, as the flare's bright, it's bright. And 2 flares have gone off at this point. One to explode one's head, and one to blind them all as they kind of temporarily stop, but they're still in combat. So, officer, what's going on now?
I'm like, you see me like look up and look out at the revenants, and I look back up, and I think the smartest thing is to deal with the enemies at hand, And then, you know, if all of us can turn our undivided attention up,
Mhm.
I think that would be good. And so I'm going to turn back towards the rookies and begin trying to like move. We have a numbers advantage at this point with how many we've killed, and
Mhm.
move to flank and surround them and finish them off.
Okay.
Because there's what, 3 or 4 of them?
There's 4 left out of
Or
6.
so.
Okay.
I'll double check that, but I believe so. Yeah, the 5. Yeah, it's really a clock, but for purposes of what we're seeing, there's 4. But yeah, you got with them, you outnumber them 6-4, so you'll have.
So
You're equal in threat and equal in scale, technically, still at this point.
So I think I'll kind of like lead the attack and strike out first with my spear and have them kind of circle around and begin hacking at the sides.
All right, so you are leading an action here. Are you going with skirmish?
I think, yeah, I'm skirmishing. I could also see it being like a martial. Either one I'm fine with.
Well, I mean, if you're attacking with your, if you commit, I mean, either way is good. So, I mean, behoove you to go with your best advantage, but you just, you pick it. But I could see you could do
I'll skirmish.
because you're not just telling them either. You're also leading by
You're joining.
example.
Yeah, exactly.
Dan, would you like to roll 1 for the rookies?
Yep.
Since you're the rookie roller.
Skirmish.
Yep.
What's the situation and all that? Does that matter?
I think right now it's risky and standard.
Risking standard for them.
Yep.
Okay.
Dom's leading the action, so it's a group action. It's the best result between the two of you.
So that's a 5 for the rookies.
All right. No rookies dying yet. Ooh.
Just add those all up. We got enough.
Yeah, right?
So you guys clash mightily. And what did I say? It was risky.
Yeah.
Standard, so that's 2 pips on the clock. Let me just mark that real quick. This is going to be very good. Also a little bit bad. But this is something you can resist because 2 rookies will die here. Because it is a risky and it's group action. So you clash. The 4 revenants come in. They got these huge great swords. And they just start swinging on wide arcs as they come in. Even though you flanked around, there's still a good chance they clip a couple of these guys and take them down. But you guys are also fast, and they were bandits and prowlers, so they're ducking and moving too, and they can just stab, cut, slice. And with your spear, like you hold one and stab it and hold it upright, and one of your rookies comes in and just takes it apart at the waist, so the bottom half falls right off. You know, just like it's kind of like a teamwork thing. But unless you resist or do something, 2 rookies will die in this encounter.
Yeah. So I think as like I like pull that one off of my spear,
Mm-hmm.
I see like one of the other bandits have been like knocked prone, like onto his back, and one of the revenants is coming up on him, and I think I'll like move in to try and resist in that way, you know, like
Okay.
just like knock it off balance and keep them from being slain.
Yes. I think that will work for. I think that would work for both. I think that's
Okay.
We're gonna.
Cool.
I'm trying to think
Yeah,
of
put
how
all
this
of
works.
our eggs in one basket to keep the egg metaphors going, right?
Sure, I like eggs and metaphors, and egg
Yeah, we
metaphors.
definitely want this to boil down on us.
No,
Too stress.
don't be so hard on me with those comments. All right, 2 stress as you resist. There's actually 2 rookies that were knocked prone, and one revenant was going to come down and just kind of come down with an arc like this and just take them both out. But you're able to like. At least with your spear, you may not damage it, but you're able to extend it or bully into it enough to push it off balance.
I think I like with the butt of my spear,
Yeah.
I hit one of the great swords mid swing and it clashes into the other. And
Excellent. And let's see, there was 4 of them. Now there are 2. So the clock is virtually filled, very close to being filled. And as you know, Nucket and Prowling Thomas are trying to pick themselves up. You guys engage. All of you are still up. The rookies start to stand up again, regain their footing. 2 revenants are taken down as the rookies all gang up on the second one that was taken down. There are 2 revenants left. They know no fear, even though they're surrounded, and they continue to try to press their attack. You hear scuttling as Asingra, Asingra, I believe it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, her. Asingra, like, since you didn't take the she scuttles off into the dark, and you hear just chuckling, and blood is dropping in driplets as she, following her path because she's still dripping with Nucket's blood, and she goes into the darkness. What do you guys do?
Alan Thomas wants to scout to try to have tracked her. Despite he may not be able to actually see her, he knows where she went.
Okay.
So that's what he wants to do.
Prowling.
It's like
He's
hunting,
stuck underneath
following the
Nugget,
blood
so he's
trail.
kind of going. She went that way. She went that way.
I'm sure Nucket's groaning and rolling off you. I'm not sure. You tell me, Nugget. It's just-
Sort of like, obviously landed on him. Nugget is being the heavy, very heavy. So it's probably a very uncomfortable experience for the poor, likely wiry bandit. Regardless, he rolls over and sort of claps him on the sort of front shoulders like, "Thank you, mate. Right, you is one of the biggest and the baddest. You's like big git. Alright, I likes you. You's my mate." Right? And he sort of like gets him like a headlock. It's like, yeah.
I'm just a cook. She's over there. Yeah, he's trying to.
Right, come on, little git. We's gonna crump him. We crump him real good.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm gonna run scout to try to see her. All I have left is cooking stuff or a musket. I don't want to put more ticks on your clock.
Well, I like to say that obvious guy, our other good British friend Josh from our Call of Cthulhu games, has just donated some cheer bits, 2 100s and a 300. So that means you guys get a Squad Devil's Bargain, which is a free push plus new new enemy, kind of a combo. And then you also get a free push to a roll just straight up by themselves.
Interesting. No, I don't want to be using it right now. This one, I want it for when we have to finally not take her down and lose the
Fine enough to
scene.
do it, yeah.
Yep.
So what would I need for
All right.
fighting her?
All right. So you're scouting.
Yep.
So you're looking around. You're actually using scout. I would
Correct.
say there's still risk involved because it's the middle of combat. But I would say, let's see, it's dark. I think it because she's moving fast and you're on your back. This guy's getting you a headlock. I think you're in a limited effect right now. You can kind of get a good area, but not exactly where she is at this moment.
All right, so risky limited. All right, I'll take that. We'll
Straight
just
up?
let it burn. Yep,
Let it ride. Oh.
because it doesn't matter. I can't see anything. That headlock was too strong. Just gonna get these out of the way now before I'm.
Level 1 harm headlock.
Okay. Hold on.
Level 1 harm, sprained neck.
See, it was risky, right? So that's 2.
Mhm.
And you're a threat. 1 is a rookie.
Yep.
Oh, that's 2. Okay. So you're looking around, and he's like, use my mate. He's got that lock. And you do suddenly see her. And she's directly above you guys again. And she comes down silently, throws Nucket's arm off you, grabs you, Prowling Thomas, and just picks you up like a rag doll and turns and slams you into another stalagmite. And I believe it's level 5 harm.
Okay, I'm dead.
Oh,
I can resist it to 4, and 4 is also dead.
So let me
Is
make
there,
sure. Let me
is there
make,
anything that I can do to help him? Sorry to interrupt. Is there anything that I can do to save him?
I always encourage that. But let me make sure I got it right, because she is a threat 3. You're a
He's
threat 1
1.
as a rookie. That's 2. You are
He's just
risky.
size of 1.
You are scale of 2 to 1, right? So that's
2 to 1.
And then there's also risky, right? So
Mhm.
level 5 harm. So she jumps
So-
down, grabs you, slams you into stalactite, but Nucket's like, nope, it's my mate. And
He's mine. He saved me.
He might have his shield. I don't remember.
I think Nucket still... No, I think Nucket used his shield. But he can...
Yeah, Nugget used this shield.
You can go in and you can absorb a level of harm if you wish. I will allow it.
You know what? For my mate, I'm gonna absorb that level of harm.
Okay, so
Alright,
that will
I'm
put
gonna
me.
like try and not so much sort of obviously he's gonna take some damage, but I'm gonna try and sort of tackle her, wrap my arms around her, sort of try and drag her to the ground. Obviously, it's gonna go terribly because she is big and spoopy, but
Yep.
hopefully doesn't kill him.
So I'm at death to start with, then,
Yes.
and then I will roll my resistance to this to get it to need help where I'm unconscious instead of dead.
You can go from a 5 down to a 4, which is still dead, right? No. But
Yep.
he takes you from a 5 to a 4,
4, which is death.
and then you can resist down to a 3, where you
3,
are.
which is unconscious.
Well, you're still in the. You need to push yourself in order to do stuff.
Yep. So here we go. That would be prowess, I believe, as resist. Since you grabbed me,
It's based on you did scout, so it'd be insight.
that'd be insight. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Insight enough to be like, oh, I better brace myself.
Yeah.
Oh, he rolls a 6. No stress.
So it's I'm unconscious, knocked out by Spider Woman.
Well, you're not. You can still act.
Or knocked down.
Yep. So you get slammed to stalactite. I'll let you figure that out. User Nugget takes a level 1 harm and stomped or shoved or whatever because she kind of like just kicks her legs back, kicks you off, which throws her off balance, and she slams Prowling Thomas into a stalactite or stalagmite. Oh man, Nugget is near critical.
It's going through the walls.
It is crash. She's just like, fresh remnants, fresh servants for me. She kicks like, you will be mine. I love you so much. I love you so much. And then she's standing. Marshal or officer. It's crazy up there, but they are battling that chosen. What do you do?
So the chosen's like behind me. My 3 rookies who are left with me, right?
I think you would have 4.
Four
'cause
rookies
I'm
left with
playing
me.
one.
Yep.
We're all over on we're like circling around these last 2 revenants, and it like flashes back to like the montages of training I did with these guys throughout, they're the bandits, we turned straight, and I, as one of the officers, obviously had a part in that. And one of the drills was like switching between targets in combat, and flowing as a unit together. And because they have that bond, they were very good at it. And they took to the drills very well. And you'll hear me yell like switch, and like everyone will like quickly like turn and just like leave these revenants standing behind, kind of scratching their heads as like the whole squad will quickly move and just like try and all is one strike in and hit this chosen wherever we can. Try to like just overcome it with raw power and coordination and teamwork and friendship.
Power.
It reminds me of a song from a movie that gets riff tracks really hard. I'll have to post it later. I'm just gonna start singing it. Oh my gosh, put it away, Luke. All right. Friends for eternity. Nope. Dragon Sound. That's the name of the band, the fake band in this movie. They study martial arts and they're in a rock band. It's a movie. It's a horrible movie straight out of the 80s, and it's so good. And it's so bad it's good. Anyways, sorry.
Oh, sir.
All right, so you're leading a group action, leading the rookies. Who's getting involved with it? Is Prowling Thomas and Nugget also jumping in this fray to see what they can do against her?
You know what? Sure.
One big old skirmish
Let's do
for
it.
old time's sake.
Can I use my anchor point?
You just say you spend it.
You say you spend it, and then you click it, and for the...
It's spent for the rest of the mission.
Yep. A lot of times they say it's like one move. I think it's at least the scene. So if like you guys went to a different scene that was still in mission, then it wouldn't be next scene. But like I would say for the remainder of this battle, you're ripped, right? You just get furious and mad, and now you are fighting as a small... Wasn't it up to your scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ups your
Is that,
scale.
is that what? Yeah. So I think it's
Scale or size, yeah, whatever. If he's fighting a small group, he counts as a small group.
Yep.
If he's fighting something a scale higher than him, he can go up a scale. I'm assuming that it says it like that because if you have spent the XP, you can have multiple anger points, and you could possibly I have to burn everything, like Super
Probably.
Saiyan mode.
Yeah, like I burn it so that we count as a bigger group, and also that I'm bigger than the people there.
Well, that's just you. It
Yep.
just counts for you.
But yeah, I mean, you guys are scale
That
2.
helps.
You're scale 2, and so is she. But you effectively now, as a group, right now, be a scale 3. So you'll have up on her. She has.
And
Oh, good.
I have the lead from the front, so when I lead a group action, I improve scale again.
Oh.
Nice.
Are you
So
okay? So, Prowling Thomas, are you jumping in on this group action?
yes, what are we doing?
So you'll
We're
just
shanking her.
roll.
I have a pole arm, so that was his family weapon.
You'll
so
just
he can
roll for
toss it up
you
at her.
this time, and not for the rookies, because the officer will be counting for the rookies, right?
Okay.
Is it a skirmish, Dom?
Skirmish.
So you guys are all going in, and I would obviously we're gonna have to say that this is desperate because she's crazy, but I think we got us a standard effect. Except for those of you that are having injuries, they might have less effect.
So what
or
do I
minus
have to
die.
do?
That's effect.
So what do I have to do to act? Is there something special for that?
I believe you
couldn't
must
find
push
that.
yourself, which means it's 2 stress. Every time. We can take a quick pause, and where did my book go? And look up what need help means as far as levels of harm. It's probably under the harm section. If we want to double check, I don't want to get this wrong because I think this part, excuse me, is kind of a page 38 and 39.
Harms for lesser harms.
Let's just make sure we are. Sorry about my voice here. I'm still recovering from being sick, and it's a little scratchy. Pardon me. Harm. Severe, moderate. Healing harm, not physical harm. What did I say? Need help?
Yep, some need help.
Instantly fatal.
Impossible to perform basic actions.
If you need mark a harm, moves up.
Doesn't really say.
See page 228 for more information. Thank you for allowing me to pause, everybody, for just a moment, because we haven't really had to do this too much.
It's
Been
usually
fairly
me,
lucky
though.
thus far.
228 is not really.
It's effect factors. Yes.
The page before that has the scale. Anyway, I remember this from Blades in the Dark. It was like this, so.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But since it doesn't say specifically.
Now, if you want to give up and just do basic things, like move around or whatever, that's not. But it's something that's going to cause a roll, I think you're going to have to push
spend.
yourself. And
Okay.
you can obviously do it.
That's good enough.
You can do it 3 times,
Obviously.
and then after that, you're out of commission.
2 stress, and let's see how terribly I bomb this.
All right, so I'm going to say our position as we're desperate for standard effect to start out with.
Mhm.
But are you, Nugget, then using anchor? I think this is probably the
I
time
will
to do
use
it.
my anchor.
So
Yeah.
you're going to be a scale higher, and Dom is
Which
going
one are
to
we rolling for this? What's the thing?
skirmish,
Skirmish.
Finish. Okay. So position is
desperate.
And
yes.
I mean,
Right.
what can I do to improve our I want things to be extreme. 'Cause I'm an extreme kind of guy.
Do you have any items, anything that would be?
Didn't we just get like cheer bits? Can I spend those?
That's a
I
free
didn't do
bush.
the voice that
That's a
earned
free
them,
bush
but,
for the whole group.
but okay, so that just improves our odds of rolling well. I don't need that. I'm gonna roll 6s anyways. So
If you want to trade
um,
that 300 cheer bit in to be an effect instead, I'll let you do it. So that'll put you at great effect. And then if you up your scale twice, that's going to give you a couple more ticks if you roll well. You can potentially do.
So right now we're desperate standard
Yep.
Starting. Yep.
with a 2 scale advantage. You know what? I'll just take that.
You know, wait a minute. See your whole. Should it be desperate? I guess it should be because she's been pretty awesome, right? But then it's all of you against her. I'm trying to decide, should it be risky standard? All right, let's say it's risky standard.
Okay, I want to trade position for effect.
Okay. Desperate extreme or desperate great. So you're desperate great. Do you want to use that free push to make it extreme?
Nah, nobody's gonna die here.
Okay, so
I'll save it for.
desperate great, and you guys have 2 levels of scale on her right now, right?
Yep.
She still has a level of
Desperate
threat
great.
on you guys, but if you roll well, that won't matter. So
What does the extra scale give?
if
Better outcome.
better, can you do more ticks?
Mm.
Woof.
Oh my goodness. You guys can't get above a 5, huh? But
You get a stress from me because I didn't succeed on my roll.
Yep.
so 1 stress. You got a 5, so you do it. So that's great. So that's 3 ticks. And you guys are considered to be scale 4, right? So that's
Yeah.
2 more. So that would be 5 ticks. And that hurts her. That hurts her pretty bad. I don't think I'm missing anything here, right? Great. 1, 2. She's just like, so you're all running in there charging. She's like, oh, come to me, my pretties. Yes, you. Oh, you smell lovely. And the side of the wound is just opened up. That should have been fatal. The wound in her side, and it's just bleeding, and blood's coming out of her mouth. Her eyes have gone from being white to pink, and now they're turning red in the irises. And Nucket gets up and hits her from behind. Proud Thomas tries. He's more of a distraction, and then Officer
tough.
and the rookies are charging, and there's hacking, slashing, stabbing, and she's just like, and she just starts like, she doesn't have a great sword, right? She just starts lashing out with these long arms, these 4-foot arms or whatever, and just so it is desperate. You rolled a 5, so
Oops.
oh,
Sorry. Did not mean to click that. I didn't know you could click that.
I guess you can. That's kind of cool.
Well, now we know.
So, unfortunately, in this skirmish here, 3 rookies will die. Unless...
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Okay.
I can help it.
Alrighty. What are you going to say about it,
Can't help
officer?
anymore.
So, how is she striking at these 3 rookies?
She's got these long nails and and she's just like... And she'll take heads off at this point.
Yeah.
Or rip out throats or whatever.
And I'm going to step in and raise my spear up, reinforce it with my forearm,
Mm-hmm.
and just try and catch her swing at the elbow before she can really hit anybody, and just try to take the full force of the blow higher up the arm where there's less leverage, right?
Okay. Are you resisting then?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I think what's that from skirmish? So that's a prowess resist.
Yep.
All right, officer. You the man.
Okay, I'd like to use one of those free pushes if I can now.
So that's what
Was that the 300 bit one?
yes, it gives you a
That's
push.
the good stuff.
That's
Okay,
when you
yeah,
put-
no.
That's when you are gonna have to
And
push your
pushing yourself on a resist doesn't make sense. You're
Yes.
spending stress to try and remove. Yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just roll. May the dice be with me.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, he rolls a 6. Oh. You
I
were
told you. When
You
the
were-
dice are down, when the chips are down.
you were looking at some cuz you already have a trauma, don't you?
Yeah, I have a trauma and 4 stress, so
Oh,
I have
my-
2 empty stress boxes.
Oh
But-
my goodness.
I'm ride to die with these guys. You know, they've been my day ones, or at least I was there. For
He
their
recruited
day.
The
him.
weak ones.
Wow, this is a little more intense than I thought it was going to be. I think.
Yep. Maybe.
Locking us in a room with a Spider Woman and 6 like Zemiati warriors.
It's
like,
what it said. It tells you what's there, but it doesn't tell you how to build them. It's like, well, I think it should be this. It seems fair. I just
the
work
only one
here.
that hasn't
Leave me
taken
alone.
Action is Nugget so far. So
What's happening with Nugget?
you're the only one that hasn't taken a direct action yet this turn.
Well, you guys can still do the same thing again if you want. Like, so you ripped her apart. She's bleeding in many places now, not just what I described before, but like she's missing a finger or two. You know, you caved in one of her kneecaps. Maybe she's kind of hobbling. You know, she got stabbed in the other side of her neck, but not deep enough. You know, you might not get as much reliquary here, but you don't really have a choice at this point, right? Now you can technically run out of the dome. Not that everybody knows this, but Nugget. But she's unable to leave. He's about the only one that knows that. But
You know what? I fear no god but myself. Can I charge her? Since we have this lovely moment, can I like maneuver and just start hitting her with a big stick?
of course you can.
Of course.
Matter
You
of
know
fact,
what? I'm gonna do
encourage it.
that.
I'm going to spend 2 stress to assist that.
1 stress for you.
2. Wouldn't it be? Or would it be 3? Because it's a stressed assist and I have to do 2 stress to do anything.
Just to push himself to do it.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Okay. Then
But
I'm
it's-
done otherwise. But he's going to reach back into his pack and he's just going to fling out a rope to her leg and he's going to yank as Nugget comes running for her.
So you're gonna give
He's got
him.
his climbing kit.
So are you going into skirmish? What are you thinking?
He's
Well-
not moving. He can't move.
No,
Are
I'm
you
talking about Nugget. I'm talking
Okay.
about Nugget.
I'm hoping
Yeah,
that
here it
since
comes.
I'd say I'm going over the top, I'm charging into the teeth of an enemy, right, that
Mhm.
outguns me. I'd say that this would be a perfect time for a maneuver, wouldn't you say?
Oh my gosh.
If you've got the thing and you can remove the stress, right, and
Do it.
you know the chips are down, your back is against the wall, you might as well use it.
And
And you get an extra die from my assist.
Right.
I'm still thinking here. So you can use whatever what you want. I'm just trying to think of what the position is. So I think since you guys, right now, and you're kind of like her scale, I think you're at a risky. But as far as damaging her with a maneuver, I think that knocks it down to limited. So you got
And
the
he had the anchor spent.
Yep. So, but the anchor is going to still make you your scale by yourself, but your threat is still higher than hers, or actually will be equal to hers,
Equals now.
which is good. You're fighting toe to toe. She just counts as a bigger person as far as that goes. But so you're looking at risky, limited.
All right.
But you got a free die from Dan, which you can bump up your effect if you want. So that can make it,
Right.
if you want, that can make, you can either give yourself an extra die to roll, or you can go risky standard, which is going to give
The
you
issue
more.
is,
Huh?
like, I'm already taking less effect anyway because I'm wounded.
Oh,
So,
yes. You'd be back up
I
to
am going to do it because otherwise it would be
0.
instead of effect, it'd be 0. It'd be completely fucking useless.
Okay, so you're at less effect now if you're using his roll there. And then there
Yeah,
is a
I'm at
group,
limited effect.
there is a group free push or a devil's bargain. Devil's bargain would still be that the place is going to start coming down a little bit.
You know what? Right. Let the place come down a little bit.
Okay. Let me that's a risky, so make that 5. Yep, all the stuff that's happening now, people start to notice like a stalactite crashes under the floor over there. A hole cracks open further, letting more sunlight in. You can kind of just hear a low rumble a little bit. So you're at risky. What are we at? Risky standard?
Risky. I mean, if it's improving it,
You're at limited with Dan's roll, and
I'm at limited with Dan's roll.
and Devil's
Would
bargain.
this then boost it up to standard?
Yeah, so risky standard
Risky standard. Okay.
for your maneuver.
Right. And then I get 1 bonus dice.
I think if you're using it all for effect, I believe right now, aren't you?
Right. So
Oh,
I'm using Dan's roll to boost it. I'm using the Devil's Bargain to then boost it again, and I get an additional roll for over the top.
Oh, I forget about over the top. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Then you get a plus.
Oh.
Yep. So 4 dice.
I also clear 1 stress.
He's just like, I love this danger.
I love this thing. It's great. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die for whatever the god is in this universe.
All right, give me some roll.
Right. Wish me luck, boys.
It's time for a
You
critical.
got this.
Oh,
Ooh,
but it is a
6.
sexy 6. You do it without complication, and you put 2 more ticks on her clock, and that's good. She's not down yet, but that's good. If you guys can do, well, what's it look like, Nugget? As she's not expecting this because she's facing the larger group as a whole, and Joster, who's starting to probably get on her nerves, maybe. What's Nugget do?
Much the same as before, given that she is big and scary and spoopy and, very dancey. I'm going to run up. I'm going to, tackle her, maybe slam her into a wall. If she hits him, I'm going to, try and wrap his big, strong arms around it, trying to limit as many sort of her spider legs to sort of lash out, sort of keep her somewhat contained. Obviously, she bursts out, but he's gonna slam her against the wall, hit it with a big stick, all sorts.
I think when you're maneuvering and actually wrapping her up and bear hugging her, the fact that she's bleeding from so many spots, you're probably squeezing blood out of her. And possibly as you're holding on to her, you might be even digging your fingers into some of those wounds as you're thrashing her around, opening them up more. So between all of that and the ropes kind of holding her feet, because she couldn't really get out of the way, she's starting to get angry. She just starts to look like she's like, she's starting to scream and make noise. The Revenants are charging up. They're about to hit into the group. And what do you guys do? It's tight battle now. Revenants are coming up from behind you, officer.
And at this point, I'm kind of in a battle trance, of course, right? Because I'm a badass. And after that epic blocking move, I'll step back. And
You're never too young to have Vietnam flashbacks.
I'll really loosen my grip on my spear as I open my arm and swing it out, and I extend my grip out on the spear and stop it at the perfect length. Just I'm trying to slash across the necks of these 2 revenants as they approach from behind me with my swinging spear.
Just you?
Just me.
All right, skirmish.
Yeah, sure.
All right, risky as always.
Okay.
Standard effect before any. Oh, actually, you don't have any injuries. Okay. I think standard will do it. Let me go back to where my sheet was here, where my clocks are. Yeah, there's 2 left, and even they've been beat up, so they don't look too bad. And your threat is equal, but they got scale on you, so it could hurt a little bit if you don't roll well. Otherwise, risky standard.
Not a problem.
Devil's Bargain is more avalanching.
No, I'll pass on that.
You going straight up?
Yep. Roll my 6s and get out of here. Nah, just one of them, but.
Disappointing.
Oh, he does it. Now
Just over his shoulder, not even really looking. Just get out of here.
You were saying at the perfect length to take him at the neck.
Yeah, so I'm doing a full 180. It'll turn into a full 360, full pirouette. But as I'm spinning, I loosen my grip on my spear, so it extends out, right? And I grip it I tighten my grip right at that perfect length.
That's awesome.
Because I've done this maneuver, 1,000 times on 1,000 dummies. And
everyone
some
said
other
it was
people,
silly, but you knew one day.
You knew one day you'd be ready.
Just like the dummies, these heads come clean off as you slice through both revenants, with no ill effect to yourself. And their heads tumble to the left, their bodies slump forward and hit the ground. And there's just dust coming out of them, not blood. And Osterman goes, it's like, my guard, you will be my new guards, my preciouses. Oh no, I'm gonna Lord of the Rings. My pretties.
I'm gonna turn towards her and go, I'm glad at least somebody saw that. And I'll like throw my spear up, I'll catch it reverse, and I want to just like full on Sparta throw it right into her chest. You know, not in her heart, but in her chest.
Oh, so you're gonna go straight into another bit of skirmish, huh?
Yes.
I was just thinking of that quote there, user.
Yeah.
Is that
I don't fear the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks, especially once in the air. I fear the man who knows, who's practiced one kick 10,000 times.
Isn't that Bruce Lee?
It is Bruce Lee, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bruce Lee. That's, you know, it's, yeah. Anyways,
What a guy.
it sounds like another skirmish.
Yeah.
Risky standard, because you're not really that close to her, but she can be close to you if you don't do well. But
I'll take it.
you're gonna go. You stay at risk. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm putting everything I have into this throw. You know, I'm gonna like throw with so much force that like I'm going to like stumble and like leave myself completely open afterwards and trade position for effect.
Ah, there it is. Desperate great. You know, there's a free pusher there if you think you need it for.
Don't need it.
No.
Don't need it. I'm hot.
No. He's going to get all sixes, just you see.
All right, desperate great, straight up. Any devil's bargains, or are you just going with that?
I'm going with it. Unless, what kind of devil's bargain would you have?
Well, there's the one I've said before. Which will actually finish off that clock, so the place will start coming down.
Yeah. You know what? I'll take that. What does that get me? An extra die?
Extra die
Dramatic.
or effect.
It's cinematic.
Do I hear extreme effect, eh?
Are you doing effect or are you using an extra die?
Extreme effect. Yeah.
All right, you want to over.
That's the correct choice.
all you need is a 4-5 or 6. All right, so desperate extreme. No, desperate. Yeah, extreme, right? Yeah, desperate extreme.
Desperate extreme.
Get it pumped. Get it pumped. I'm rooting for you.
Let's go.
This is. Oh no!
I should have taken the die.
Oh no!
Okay.
No.
Give it to me straight, Doc.
Remember, you have
Am I gonna
armor
make
and
it?
resistance. You throw that spear with, where you leave yourself open with all the Sparta might, and she sees it coming, and she just kind of like turns, and it goes over her shoulder, and she grabs your spear as it does, and she just comes back, flipping the spear around, and launches it straight back, right through Joster's chest, which sends him back and pins him to a stalagmite. I have to add up your level of... Hold on a second. You got 3 plus. I mean, this is fatal until we figure it out. So it's just you two, right? Scale. 1.
I have thoughts,
One.
but I want to see what you say first.
I think it's level
I
5.
also have thoughts, but I'm also going to like see what you
Level
say.
5. Okay, I'll burn an armor.
So because she's 1 threat higher. Because you're threat 2, she's threat 3. She's also 1 scale higher, so it's 1 and 1 plus the desperate. So yeah, level 5. So yeah, she just turns as fast as you threw it. Hers throws faster, slams into you, throws you back into stalagmite. But what actually really happens? You burn armor to deflect the blow a little bit, so it's not fatal as fatal, still fatal. But so we're at level 4.
Yeah, and I'll resist, obviously.
Down to 3.
Yeah.
All right, that would be a prowess.
Yep.
This, are you
I
gonna?
don't have the stress. Mm,
Uh-oh.
I trauma out.
trauma out.
Is this how the officer dies? Oh my goodness.
Could we trade the officer for a rookie?
Could
Donald
I
Thomas-
instead take some damage for the officer?
Well, you just
You don't have any damage left to give, do you?
I have. I can take a level 3 harm. Okay, all right. I will do this for the officer.
Well, if he
The
takes a
chances
level
are
2, it's
must stand.
automatically a 3 now. So, yeah, once you fill up a block, it just moves up to the next one. So he can take one more level 1. I think I haven't looked at your sheet.
Nuka can take a level 1 and a level 3.
I'll take any more level 2. I have to take level 3.
Does Nugget jump in front of the spear?
You know what? Nugget
I
jumps
should-
in front of the spear. The chain of command must stay.
I just don't like the idea of losing specialists to this when I have a rookie ready to sacrifice by yanking
You
that
know
rope
what?
of his tied to her.
Now, I don't know if how it should work, like if post roll, but I like how you guys think and work as a team, and it's supposed to be a teamwork game. So I'm down for it. If Nugget jumps in front of that spear, and like Joster knows he's going to die. Like, it's still level 5 harm, so the spear is still going to go through Nugget completely, and then hit Joster. But if you take level 5, you have used your armor down to 4, and then instead he takes 3 of it. Joster, you would take level 1 harm, which is going to be grazed. And Nugget's going to take impaled level 3.
Yeah.
You are going to be not fighting for probably a little while.
No, it's fine. I have loads of stress. I have loads of stress
How
I
does
can
that
use.
sound? Does that sound like that was workable?
Mhm.
Oh man, I didn't think Don was gonna roll. Well, that 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Either. That's why he was showboating. He didn't think he was going to either.
I didn't expect like, oh gosh, here goes another specialist. It's like 3 missions in a row or something. So she grabs it, throws it back. It goes through Nugget, right? You guys can tell me if you want to narrate anything else differently. Glances off, then hits Dom. I'm sorry, not Dom. That'd be bad. It hits
Goes through the
Joster.
screen. It's
I
not,
know.
not in the
What?
fields.
No.
Joster will watch like Nugget fall down. It's like slow motion. You see the blood splurt out the back, and it's like Joster like looks back up and sees him like falling slow motion to the ground. He'll start like scrambling up the stairs, hands and knees at first, and like scrambling at full speed. And I just want to tackle into her
What's
and
your?
bring her down onto the ground.
All right. Is this a solo thing, or is it you like leading a group maneuver to like all jump in?
Yeah, I'll yell at like.
But didn't you
Jump
stress
the-
out though?
What?
Didn't you stress out?
Well, not if he took the spear.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
Well,
would
Then I
Nugget's
didn't
gonna die
resist.
for him. No.
you would have not resisted. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, I don't know if we could retroactivate a roll like that, but you know what?
I
I'm
mean,
like,
that's
I'm
up to
good for
you.
it because yeah, I'm thinking it's the teamwork. He took the bullet, so I'm okay
But
with
it's
it.
not too late.
Nope. It's true. There could still be some death here. The Joster is taking plenty of shots. Looks like Nugget and Prowling Thomas are taking shots for each other. You know, I mean, you guys are all sacrificing for each other. It's great. And
If I
so,
can complete my special abilities wheel, like we're gonna have to take either the bulwark or the backup if we live long enough. We think.
so, yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joster. So you just like dogpile or whatever.
I want to just like shout like everybody on her, and have everybody just like basically try to pin her down, hold her down, and I just want to like get on top and start wailing on her. Like Joster definitely thinks Nugget's dead after seeing that, right? And
Okay.
everything that he's seen, Nugget, like everything happened to him.
Is
So
Nugget?
yeah,
Oh, okay. No, that works. Nugget, are you out this? Are you out this turn, or is he?
You know what? No, I'm gonna use some stress to also take part in this grand group action. It takes a lot more than just a spear almost killing him to take Nugget out of the fight. He's gonna go for it.
I can see where Joster leads the charge and plows into her, and everybody else starts beating her, and that like Nugget comes in at the very end and then throws his weight into it. I feel like this is a group action, right? I feel like it's a maneuver, but you tell me, Joster. What?
I would say this is wrestling more so with me.
So skirmish?
Skirmish, yeah.
Okay.
Wrestling and brawling falls under skirmish. Maybe for everyone else it's maneuver and like getting a pin her down, maybe.
Well, if it's a group though, action has to be the same role for whoever participates. So
yeah, I'm still sticking you know what, maneuver. Let's do maneuver.
Okay, that's fine. So Prowling Thomas, are you rolling for you and the rookies?
I can. Well, I can't do anything. If I take any stress, I die.
So Prowling Thomas is not involved in this, but you're rolling a die for the rookies.
Yep.
Okay. So.
What's that, skirmish?
Yep. I think.
No. Maneuver.
If Nugget's involved in this, it's going to change the scale too, which you just don't know. But I feel like it's going to be. I think it's going to be desperate. Great. I think we're just going to go right to it. I think it's going to, with everybody dogpiling, with him jumping in, I think it's dangerous because she can still lash out and kill a few people. But I think this is going to be, if it works, you guys win. If you guys get a success, even if there's repercussions, you win. The place is coming down as Josh is like, I don't know if he's screaming, but everybody's screaming. And the reverberation of all the screaming, everything, like there's the rocks and pieces of this place are coming down. And you just hear, like, as it's happening, you hear, like a crack goes down the dome. The crack that you saw coming in widens and breaks and goes through that filigree seal around the place. And you just hear, like, a snap, like a metallic snap, along with all the other stuff happening. And you just see her, like, suddenly go, I'm free. And then Joster, like, plows into her. And you guys start stabbing. So, desperate, great.
It costs 2 stress to do this, right?
Yes.
To act when you're in need help.
Yep. But it's your maneuver, right? So it's only going to cost you 1, right?
It's only going to cost me 1.
Oh, Joster's like, I'm just going to roll because I want it out there. There is a 5 on the board. There is a 1 by Prowling Thomas. That's going to cost a stress to the marshal.
Can I push myself
There's
to
a free one.
for the extra dice?
There is a free one. I could use the free one to have Prowling Thomas also join.
Well, you're rolling for the rookies. It's not going to make much difference.
Yeah.
Well,
The rookies rolled a 1. It's a 50% chance.
Your maneuver's going to be the same die. I don't think it's going to
Yep.
do much. I would give it to Nugget if you want him to.
Okay.
Nugget, if you want to push, you... Oops, I just canceled out your character sheet. Tug on it. 1 second here. So you will take 2 stress to act, but it's really only going to be 1, right?
Yeah.
And
And
then
then
if you
I
push,
and then I push, which would then be
2 more.
1.
But she's too stressed by itself.
Yeah, because...
Right. Ignore me.
So
No, that's stupid. I'll end up taking a trauma.
Yep.
At this
Trauma
rate.
out.
You know what? I
wanna-
won't push.
You want to use the free push?
Can I use the free push if you guys don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep, so you won't have to spend any stress. So...
If we succeed at this, we're done.
6.
There
There's
we
a
go.
6.
That's all we needed.
There is a 6. You know what? I didn't want to narrate how you guys do it. Why don't you guys narrate how you do this? Now, the roof is still coming in over your head, so the whole thing should be how you beat her and how you get out alive. I'm going to sit back and just listen to you guys, because that was great. The 6 at the very end, when you needed it. You guys tell me.
Well, Prowling Thomas spends a lot of time reflecting the ceiling falling down towards him as he sits on the ground, either face up or face down, impaled on a stalactite. All right, your guys' turn.
So like, as you know, like I get on top and I just start like wailing on her, I like look around at like the you know the whole squad getting in on this, you know, so it's some team building activity right here. And then I look and I see Nucket joining in as well. I'm like, wait, wasn't he dead? Then I see Nucket. I'm like, holy.
If
I
you
look
got the
down,
spear like sticking through him.
And like suddenly, you know, like I snap back to reality. I'm like, I like pull out my knife. I like stab it into her chest, and I'll quickly like just like rip it through, reach down and grab her, hopefully still beating heart, right? And then I'll just like make a break for it. Everybody run!
I am going to try and heft up the Spider-Woman's body over one shoulder and run over and grab Prowling Thomas, throw him over the other shoulder, and then try and run out.
That. Yep. That's.
And I think-
I will take the stress if required. I'm going to save both the body and my best friend in the whole wide world.
You guys better mark this on your character sheets about being.
I'm writing
bonded.
down somehow accidentally became best friends with Nucket.
Soldier bonds like XCOM 2. Yep, I think that's right. No, you don't have to spend any more stress. It was a 6. This is all part of the same thing. Officer takes the heart, and everybody starts running, and Nucket grabs her body, grabs Prowling Thomas. Thomas, you're looking at her now lifeless eyes because she just screams until the officer rips that heart out, and she's just like, I rest now. And her eyes just go blank. And her eyes fade back to a white as you're kind of looking at him over the shoulder of Nugget. Your eyes are looking at hers. And out into the snow, just in time as the whole dome cracks, collapses. More of the mountain above is coming down. You guys have to keep going because the whole kind of small valley is kind of filling up. And it's just like causing more, aftershocks. And you just start marching through the snow and don't stop. You guys putting each other up on each other's shoulders, helping Nucket after a time, actually helping him because he's actually the worst. And he's carrying 2 bodies. One is a 7-foot woman on top of the other little rookie guy.
The guy with all the food.
And all the food. And
Pots and pans, man.
you get out into the snow. The sun is shining. It's cold. It's windy. But it's never felt so good to breathe the fresh air. And I think that's the end of the mission, unless there's any last one-liners or things people say, or if there's home cooking to relieve stress there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because I have home cooking and I might as well have used it once. So despite his wounds, he had someone hold him physically up so he can make everyone a steak. Seasoned appropriately, no eggs, just a steak and some road coffee.
Ooh, that's the best.
And as soon as he's done with that, he passes out again. Just determined. Everyone takes -1 stress.
Everyone take 1 stress off, please. Good job.
Imagine us all sitting around a campfire. Everyone's got a 1,000-yard stare. Just
Oh, yeah.
nobody's saying anything. Just you hear the clinking of like the forks and knives and whatever we're eating off of.
These bandits have probably seen some stuff in their day, but I mean, they've never seen this, right? Prowling Thomas?
So
I'm a cook. What am I? I'm not even supposed to be here.
Oh, God. I'm just a cook. Did
this was a mistake.
everybody take a stress off? I don't want you to forget it. Okay. So,
Nucket is just so carefree. It's got like 2 stress. Consistently just 2 stress. No more stress. Just 2 stress. So, boss. Sort of looking over at the officer. Points at the spear still impaled. I did good, didn't I? Did good. Do I hear? He sort of leans forward. Do I hear? Sergeant Nucket.
Look. Cuts in your body do not make for officer material. Nicknames make for officer material. Once you have earned nickname, then we will consider you for promotion.
What about Nucket? The spear.
But you didn't spear. You were speared. Maybe Nucket the speared, but that doesn't have same ring to it. Look, when your red gets about this, talk to me. Stop making those hand gestures.
Oz love yous, man.
He's
He goes to give him a big hug. It's very awkward because the spear is still, as I said before, sticking through his body. So
and like,
into him. It's like,
while we're hugging, I'll pull the spear out. Like, just yank.
all right, boss. I think I'm gonna go to sleep now. With that, he totters back. Boom.
Oh, that's blood loss.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
And
worst
Josh will
shape.
finally start tending the wound, probably.
Which one? Yeah.
The gaping thigh wound.
Okay.
To start, maybe.
Oh man. Let me open up. So you get a little extra because you brought the body back. Very good. I don't want to interrupt the scene, but if you guys are feeling good there.
It's advancement time for these poor people.
Yes, there's.
Poor soldiers.
I'm going to fill up a religious supplies for 3 uses. So that's going to be an extra thing you get for bringing her back as far as reliquaries. So
Cool.
so it's going to give. I'm just going to fill it up on Mike's sheet right now on the quartermaster sheet because, I mean, her body was beat up a little bit. Some stuff's unusable, but there's enough to have to hit a box and fill up 3 circles. So 3 uses of religious supplies from that. All right.
Very cool.
Yep. I think that. I mean, you didn't have to, but you did. They come back, and well, we'll get into the free play a little bit later. But
We gotta do the after mission XP for the played people.
For the what?
For the people we played.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's the first thing, right?
Yep. 'Cause it's literally at the end of the mission.
That is not good. Okay. All right. So first of all, congratulations. That turned out to be a little more intense than I thought. I did not think it was going to be quite as barbaric as it was, but it was a lot of fun. So, color.
Sometimes things get ugly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much everyone, I believe, gets, if you survive the mission, gets a point for that.
Yes. Let's go. You know, there's 3 people played. Technically,
I'm the only one playing a rookie though, so theirs have special.
there was a rookie played last time, but I don't think much happened with him. So I think we're gonna skip XP on that extra on the Barrett guy.
Don't all rookies get 2 XP though on the mission or something like that?
That's on. No, I don't believe so.
No, that's secondary mission. You're right. I'm sorry.
And that might only be specialist. But we'll get to that. Mission prep, primary, secondary, play out the primary, ensure surviving Legionnaires getting XP as per their playbook. Officer, let's start with you, and then we're gonna go to the heavy, and then we're gonna go over to Prowling Thomas. So let's do XP. Read your questions, and let's go over them.
Okay. I rolled 3 desperate prowess moves throughout the session, so
Okay.
3 XP in that.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes.
I survived the mission, so that's 1 I get. I helped my enforcing discipline and strategic planning. I think I was kind of hitting on that time and time again.
Oh yes, I agree.
I brought my heritage or trauma into play. I've mentioned my my recklessness before, and I think I exemplified that a couple of times through my play. And then I also took my bolds and Miati background on a couple of desperate resistances. I get a plus a die on that. So do I mark an XP for each of those or just 1?
Yes, each. 2 XP if you did both, it says.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I was going to say,
puts me
you
up
definitely
to
did the reckless thing, especially not only the spear throw, but I'm thinking at the end when you just charged her with no
Yeah.
weapon in hand. Obviously, yeah. Yeah, so 2...
Up until the battle haze, you were pretty stoic, but then it was like, okay, things are falling down. We need to be more dynamic. Let's move, and you just went hog.
Yeah.
Hog.
That's from when we got attacked at camp. He hesitated and tried to plan things out. And it got people killed. And he's trying his best to make up for that. But cool. And then my final question is, per highest threat of opponent base, was that just 2?
No, she was 3.
3?
Yep. So you got some good XP, Joster.
Yeah, that's 7, bro. Jeez.
Where'd you put it all?
I'm gonna put it all in my special ability because that pips me all the way up.
Nice.
Or, yeah, I'm gonna have to think.
That's right. Think about it. We'll go on to the next person, and if you do get a new special ability, you can let us know in a few minutes, all right? Let's go over... I think that was it, right? So let's go over to Nugget.
So, I've done my desperate actions.
All right.
Things, my 3 steps. Went through and check. So, yeah, that's done. I survived the mission, so that's 1. I'd say that I was quite, I'd say that I helped them through might and fortitude, through simply throwing my big, strong body against the bulwark and, pretty much dying lots and lots of times and keep on going. I'd say that counts.
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
good. If you guys are,
Yeah,
I'm good.
That's 2. I don't have any trauma, so that's only pretty 1. But I did try to not butcher the naughty boy, right?
Okay, pious.
I tried very hard not to do it, so that's pious.
Yeah.
And I also, in terms of stoic, got hurt and hit a lot and didn't complain about it. So that's again, you only get 1 for that.
Sure. Oh, you nailed it.
Right.
No, you nailed it. For sure. Take 1 for sure.
Yeah. And then per highest threat of opponent faced,
3.
which is 3, so that is 6.
Good. Let us
Which
know.
is not enough to do anything.
Let's put it where you could finish prowess off, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted to get something. Or you could stick it into special abilities, but you know what? Let me know when you decide. We'll jump over to...
I'll just do special abilities.
Okay. Prowling Thomas.
Hello, I survived.
Nice.
Let's see. If you helped your squad by staying out of the way, nope, or surviving despite the odds. I survived despite a lot of bad odds.
Mm-hmm.
So, does that sound good for 2, or is it just a 1 still?
If you helped your squad by staying out of the way or surviving... Well, you get 1 for that. You would get 1 for that, right?
Okay.
Yep, I would say so. And you survived, so that's 2 so far.
I don't have any heritage or trauma come in, and I get 3 for highest threat faced. So,
5?
Yep.
Well, okay, so, yep.
That's it.
So heritage, you don't think you were warm or pious?
No, I wasn't pious. I didn't do any religious stuff.
Okay.
And warm could be coming into play because, the last sentence when you hover over it says make a good impression, but that's about it.
Well, you made a good impression on Nugget, but also you did a home-cooked meal. I don't know. That's up to you.
I mean, it was a warm home-cooked meal. Eh?
Oh, what a stretch. I don't care. That's up to you. If you don't think so, then just go with the...
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, he's on his way to becoming a soldier, though, real fast. After your level 3 harm is done.
After 3...
Oh,
So in the next 3 missions, he can possibly get it down unless someone sacrifices 2 mercies and he doesn't play for 1 whole mission. Yeah, he's on the short list of people not coming back for a while.
he'll get there. I just noticed on Nugget's sheet, you checked off the harm boxes. You want to check those off as you get healed. So you want to leave them
Oh,
blank right now?
okay. See, I thought that what it was, right, is that you only take one level 1 harm. You could then take 2 level 2 harms, and you could take 3 level 3 harms.
Just one level 3.
Oh.
No,
Nah.
but as you get a healing check, you'll check whatever one you want. Like you know, it'll take a while. Like you got 4. You got to get 6 checked boxes to get fully operational. So Nugget is beat up for a while. Using the mercies and healing stuff, and boosting them will get them back faster. But anyway, what did you decide, Dom? Did you decide to take a special?
I took hardened after this
Oh,
for the 2 extra stress I can take.
nice.
Just, I think he's seeing some stuff. He's been through some things, and he's come out hardened on the other side.
So you can take 8 stress now instead of 6. That's probably a pretty excellent one to take. Okay. Where are we at now? I think we did our XP. So now we make the engagement roll to resolve the secondary mission.
Secondary.
So we'll need the we'll need the officer here. That was secondary mission is where they walk. The troop recon. And we're going to come back to we'll come back to the rewards and penalties for all of these when we get to that spot there.
Yep.
Keep your character sheets handy, you 2 specialists, because you have another thing to do. But for now, where they walk, the rewards being 1 asset and 1 intel and 1 favor, which is mercy for your Shreya, which it almost levels her up. Penalty is 2 deaths. So the specialist in squad was the sniper Adorna plus the Ember Wolves. So we need to do the engagement roll there and ask the questions.
Yep. So first off, are all on the mission oath sworn to the Legion? They are.
Mm-hmm.
Did the commander spend 1 intel to give you foresight and info? Nope.
Nope. Didn't have any.
Everyone on the mission is a specialist or soldier? No.
Mm-mm.
Does any Legionnaire distrust leadership or not fear them enough to obey orders on the battlefield? Nope. So
Not
we
yet.
don't lose that one.
Not
Mhm.
yet. Still good.
And finally, are required specialists or equipment not on this mission are on this
They were.
mission, so we don't lose a die. So right now we're sitting pretty at 1. And
Yep.
this is a religious
Recon.
recon. Sorry. Supply religious recon. There we go. Did the quartermaster spend horses? I don't think he did.
Well, he wasn't here. I'm playing him. But you guys have final say. You have 5 uses of horses. And since the penalty is 2 deaths, I feel like he would probably give you a run of horses to make sure you do this.
Yeah, 100%.
If you guys agree,
Yeah.
all
That's
right,
fine.
go ahead and take the extra die. I have marked off the horses on my end as acting quartermaster right now.
So we get 2 die.
2 die.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
Let him roll.
100% more.
That's all you need, yeah. 5.
Hey.
Fail the mission, or you can succeed. 2 squad members die, and all specialists take level 2 harm. Oof.
So no matter
They're
what,
gonna die anyways.
2
so-
people die.
Okay, 2 off the Ember Wolves. Are you gonna choose to have it succeed?
Yep.
You may as well, right? Let's take a look at those Ember Wolves. Oh, this is like the the group that hasn't been named.
They're like, they're the group who was always like, yeah, you don't send us out at all, and then we send them out.
But I do need 2 names.
Yeah, you only have King James Loudon as one, but we need 2 rookie
Okay.
names
He
together.
needs to stay.
Okay.
Just create names real quick. I'll just put pending.
Well, you're not quite.
pending.
You probably only 2 death. I think you need 1 more death before we have.
The second story. Yeah.
Oh wow. All
But
right.
that's also -2 morale. Unless we have the banner still.
I
We do have banner left, but We're still at 8, which isn't past the threshold. So I say we just eat it with the morale.
Up to you. You're the marshal. All right.
All right, so we have a success with 2 rookie deaths. The marshal will supply you with those 2 names soon, and then once they are made, I will move them down to the graveyard. And I think you actually still have 2 extra rookies, which could probably go into that group. Paulina
Yeah.
Bulletproof and 9 Lives Madia. Your last 2 bandits, I feel, are probably going to go to the Emberwolves. But Dom, you take care of I'll move them up if you tell me to move them up. But you make a couple rookies that I can move out in a minute here, and we'll move on to the next spot.
What do you want for Adorna? She takes a level 2 harm.
Oh, that's right. So it's a troop recon. You were going to see troop movement, right? This because it was area recon. So you were trying to use horses to go back down the mountain a little bit and try to scale a little bit west. So if we're looking at our map here, which is on fire, of course, let me change that around. Our map that's on fire. You guys are way up here. Let me move up. You guys are up here in the Barrack Mines. Up here. So you had to move your way back down the mountain a little bit west to try to see where Blighter's troops are moving. And it was a success. She has retreated since she's attacked your camp a couple weeks ago and moved back south, southwest. But now that you see that she is actually encroaching straight east towards the Dresha Forest. So you guys did get the information that she hasn't followed you up into the mountains necessarily, but she's making her way down south, down here. Like I'll move her little symbol right about here.
Mm-hmm.
So she has not followed you, but in doing so, there was I think that part of the mission went well, but since you're still working with snowy rocky mountains and you got horses, even though they work to make your movement faster, I think what happened was it was just tragic luck with some loose footing and a rock slide as part of this cliff that you're on gave way, and one rookie went right down and was gone, right? The other rookie, the horse, like bucked and was trying to fall off. Adorna went to grab and get a hold of the rookie. Two rookies went, and she saved a third rookie as they almost fell to their death. But in doing so, she got super banged up. So she's got broken ribs. So if you want to give her level 2 harm, broken ribs. So she comes back sore. 2 rookies lost, but she ended up saving 1. And I would like a note, if we can, on the rookie's sheet of who she saved, because they will remember that. I know I'm loading down the marshal with work here. But it doesn't say where you get your rewards, though. So I guess we do that. We'll do that next. Also, she gets 2 XP. So definitely get that in there too. Did I get you everything you need, Marshall?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to the rewards. This is the fun part. So, for your humble sacrifice, the primary mission, specialists and soldiers get +1 advance. So that means Nucket and Officer Joster both get 1 advance move. So, Joster, you get another one, buddy. He did well. Nucket, you as well. You get 1 special advance. Once you guys have them, let me know what they are.
And the soldiers, what few there are. That's what I was hoping Prowling would pop, because that way he could get something immediately after he got something.
Yeah, I think they're all rookies, aren't they?
At least 2 soldiers, I think, somewhere.
In the Ghost Owls?
No. I
I-
was thinking it was for everybody. Never mind.
No. Yeah, rookies don't get the extra advance because then it would just level them all up to soldiers.
So I get like a whole new ability.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is it was a special. This is a special
It's
mission
a
that
special mission. Yeah.
commander paid intelligence for to get. So both you, so specialists and soldiers, it's only 2 specialists. So you and Nugget each get a new move. So you just got the hardened. You can take hardened again if you want.
I'm gonna
Oh,
take elite so I can gain mastery of 2 skills.
I am also taking elite, so I can gain mastery of 2 skills.
All right. Just make a note of what those will be when you get the XP to spend in them. Well, like
I wonder.
I'm sure maneuver for Nugget will be 1.
I'm sure maneuver will be 1. Yeah.
He's a beast. He's a beast. All right, and
Over
then
the top, man. It really does pay dividends.
Your Astingra is laid to rest. Also, you guys get +1 supply, and I will note that, which brings you up to 5 supply. Your supply is doing very well. So, you can have up to 5. You can still advance with up to 5 because you have 2 supply carts. So, you're doing well, especially when you're in a mountain with not a lot of supply. So, secondary mission rewards are going to be 1 asset, 1 intel commander, and 1 favor for mercy. So I'm going to go up to your chosen right now. Shreya, who will live, gets 1. So she has 3 out of 4 on her clock. You guys get one more of her favor missions completed. She will get a new special ability. So we definitely want to try to get you that if you can. And you also get an asset. Gotta look at the assets here. Asset rating is 1. So I always get this messed up. It's not long-term effect. Acquiring Alchemist and Black Shot are at +2 effect. Acquiring Laborers is at +1 die.
Wouldn't she pop now because the mission was also a recon?
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of something else.
Nope, I only had the 1 favor. Let me double check to make sure. Yeah, Living God's Blessing.
You're fine.
Okay.
I'm just looking at old notes and realizing everything I set this up for failed except for the fact we actually succeeded at the mission.
Well. All right, so 1 asset. What do you guys want to get?
Siege weapons.
Oh,
Mercies.
well, if you want to get an Alchemist or Black Shot, you get +2 effect to the roll, whatever he rolls, because he's rolling 1 die right now. But if you want to acquire more laborers to help with stuff, you get to roll 2 dice to try to get them. But that's just the special in this area, because there's extra people, there's extra Black Shot, and there's extra Alchemists around. But if you want to try to get a siege weapon, that's definitely okay. That is one thing you guys don't have yet. If you're looking, you can open up Mike's thing. You have 6 food. You have you only have 1 laborer. So, those always add an automatic tick to a long-term project as long as they qualify. The Tentari banner was actually wrote here with 3 pips. I don't know how that works. I don't know why that was in there, actually. I didn't see that before. Black Shot, you got 4
The
Black
banner
Shot.
is what absorbs the dead penalty.
I know, but I don't know why it's under the material in the quartermaster thing. I don't know if I put it there.
You put it there last time because
Yeah.
I had forgotten where I had put it.
Yeah.
Putting it where I
And
had,
he has
where
the
I had
mechanical
put
buttons. Yeah.
Well,
Marshall
I
doesn't have the
have it
mechanical
written down
space
now.
for it, so
Well, it's got 3 pips. It looks like you have 3 uses left.
Yep, 3 out of 5.
Okay. So, anyways, you guys tell me. Let's see. Assets. Oh, here we are looking up stuff again. But this is part of the fun mission phase. It's probably under the quartermaster area if I go there.
137.
127?
37.
137.
Yep.
Thank you.
When you acquire resources, 4 rolls, labor, siege weapons are fine quality. Alchemist mercies are exceptional quality and cannot normally be found in unpopulated areas. So normally you have to roll for what it is, and because you're basically saying I want the best thing I can find. You roll and see what the best things you find, and you pick.
We can do it that way.
Now, but they're getting a free one because that was the mission, was basically go out and say what you're looking for.
Yes.
So
Well,
whatever the group wants, we just find one of those if they're available.
Roll to 5.
It's a populated area, so
So that's a standard.
standard would be black shot, food, horses, or religious supplies.
Where's that at? Where do I keep missing that?
137, center of the page.
Labor, siege weapons, and alchemical
Or fine
concoction.
quality.
Yeah, that should be 5, right?
Exceptional.
No, fine should be like exceptional.
6.
Alchemists and mercies are exceptional. Those are a 6, right?
Those are criticals.
Now, see, I think you have to pick what you want before you roll.
Well, that's the thing is it's 1 to 3 is poor, 4 to 5 is standard, 6 is fine, and critical is exceptional.
But what it says in the special rules is if you're trying to get labor, you get to have an extra die when you roll. So that indicates that you're deciding what you want before you roll.
It's one of those things of if you want
Laborers are
if you
long-term
wanted to
projects.
try and get the siege weapons, you'd say, well, we're going to try for the siege weapons. Sure, normally, if you say, you know what, we'd really like the laborers, like you want laborers, and like, that's what you're going for, then maybe I think you would get the extra dice for that. Again, I don't know the rules. That's just what I'm.
If we were rolling, if he took the acquire assets action, it says roll the location's asset rating to determine the quality of the asset that is acquired, applying any of the special rules when you do. Laborers, however, literally are only for long-term projects.
No, they're used for long-term projects.
Yeah.
But if you want to acquire them, it says laborers are at +1 die, which means you'd roll an extra die to try to get them.
Oh yeah, it's easier to get them here. Yeah, because you could roll an extra die.
So I'll
But
ask.
we just get an asset though. So what does the group want?
Okay. That's true. Okay, I see what you're saying. So I guess we're going to look at either laborers, siege weapons, now chemical concoction of some sort, or something that's lower. Black shot, food, horses, religious supplies, but those would be... So kind of all of those are in there. You can get a siege weapon if you want. Ballista. Or... all the other things.
Catapult, trebuchet, cannons.
Trebuchets.
Wait, cannons are an option?
Mm-hmm. It's a threat 3, but if you take it on a mission, you got to make sure you guys have the ability to bring it back because it will be lost if you don't.
Neat.
I know what the marshal
But it
wants.
also helps your final score. So
You guys want a siege weapon?
I really don't care at this point.
Well, you have to decide, not me. Now, Mike's...
I want the siege weapon.
Yeah, siege
but
fine with me.
I can be overruled, absolutely.
I mean, I don't know what the original quartermaster would want. He ain't been here so long, so I don't remember what he was going for. He has one use of laborers, so long-term projects are okay, but he doesn't have any left because he's been gone so long. I don't know what he was doing. So
I'd say siege weapons, and we can talk to him next time. All right. You guys get a cannon. How about that? Or whatever. It doesn't matter right now, but it sounds fun to me. All right. Let's see. I think we have to mark where we are here. Because we're just about out of time. The mission was great. Now we're all kind of like on the coming down, right? Let me ask, because I don't want to lose track as far as our people. Are these two people the ones that died that you named here?
Yeah.
Did you see those there, Commander?
nope.
Sir Malcolm Cauldron. They're under the Ember Wolves in yellow glowing light. Let me ask you. You still have 2 extra rookies not assigned. Will they replace them?
Yeah.
In the Ember Wolves?
Actually, you know what? No, let the Ember Wolves sit empty for a while.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Oh damn.
I'm gonna move Sir Malcolm Cauldron down and yellow glowing light. Can't say that. Down to the graveyard. And did you mark morale?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we incur penalties for missions not pursued. Let me just find a good step. I don't think the mission that you auto-fail, the penalty is +1 pressure.
Yep, that's for me.
All right. So I'm going to put that on the clock that's out front here.
Yep, I updated my sheet.
All right. So I think spring is about to be over.
Well, I hope so.
It's been spring a long time. You guys. All right. So you were successful on the other two. So there was not those there except for where the secondary kind of penalty came to fruition anyway. But the only penalty for the auto fail for the area recon you didn't do was you didn't look at this one area where the troops, so you get a little bit of pressure as you're going to be moving on or staying, whatever you decide to do. So there's that. If I can find my sheets, I'm all over the place. Detailed secondary mission results. Surviving specialist earned 2 XP. Did you mark 2 XP for Adorna?
Yep.
Okay. Gang lose pressure time and intel. So I think you just did that, right, Commander? You got an intel. You got a pressure. I don't think you gain time right now until we do the moving. Gang lose supply and assets. If you lose supply when you have none, instruct the marshal to reduce morale by 1. I don't think we do anything there. We didn't lose anything. Gang lose morale, earn bonus XP. Update the roster with any new deceased troops. No, 1 morale. So we just did that already. End game points. That's my job to do. I'm going to have to go back through every single mission. And then
literally it's in the game.
and we're moving to the back at camp scene, the camp phase, and that's where we'll pick up, I think, next time. And I think this is a good spot to pause it. As much as I like to do this stuff and keep going, we're going to have a back at camp scene, which will be set. And I can see several scenes here. Man, there could be all kinds of stuff. There could be like a Nucket and Prowling Thomas scene. There could be, boy, the Joster could talk to anybody. There's going to be, what are these bandits think now? Also, actually, what we'll have to see next time probably is Shreya coming back to normal. Maybe some Zorm the Alchemist, or Zorm the Doctor and the Alchemist working together for concoction to bring Shreya out of her poisoned state. I don't know. We have a lot of cool scenes we can see as we come back, but
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
we'll get some really good role playing next time, and probably most of that. Then we'll get our stuff rolled up, our stuff next time. Do you think, just so I can look ahead maybe a little bit, Commander, do you think you'll be moving on or staying?
We'll definitely be moving on. This is a dead zone for supplies. So
Okay.
the fact that we have extra is the only reason we are surviving. And if we just stay here, we won't make it to the place we can get more supplies.
Okay. Good for me to
He
know.
literally got what he came here for. He came here for any special things that could be hiding in these mountains, and he got it. So time to go.
All right. Oops. There we go. All right. I think that's what we're going to call it. And we'll do, this will be the end of our session number 15. That was a great mission. It turned out to be better than I thought and a lot more intense. And there's a lot of injury doled out. So I'll start out with our officer, and we will do a little round robin shoutros, and then we'll say goodnight for the night. So I'll come down to you, Dom.
Hey guys, I'm Dom. I'm one of people who hang around the server around here. I am on a hiatus right now with our Sunday game that we currently run, but we're going to be coming back with some Monster of the Week later on this month, actually. So check us out on that Sunday slot at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's set in 19th century Rome. I always think that's so confusing because the 19th century is the 1800s, but what are you going to do? It's certainly going to be a lot of fun. I've never done like a historical kind of game, but I'm not the one GMing it, actually. One of my players from last time, Francesco, our Italian friend, born and raised in Rome, is running it. So I'm super excited to see how this is going to turn. Otherwise, check us out every other Thursday here for Band of Blades. Lucas, I think, is going to talk about maybe a game that I'll be in starting Tuesdays soon. But until then, let's pass it on over to Soundwaves.
You got to be thinking now. Okay. Remind me if I don't get it right.
Well,
Hey,
we
Soundwaves
got
go.
the Stars of Tremorin
Oh.
or whatever.
Yes, coming after the one we're doing now. Yes. Yeah, okay.
I don't know how many weeks that is away, but I'm ready to rock whatever.
All right. Yep. I'm here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, playing or running, depending on when things are going down. Other than that, as usual, thanks for playing and thanks for letting me play. You have a good night. Pass it on to user.
I, as always, for these things, never have anything to say. Just thanks for having me, I guess.
All right. Keep it easy. Keep it greased. That's not bad. Not bad. All right. Yes. The Tuesday nights right now is our Gaming Gallimaufry. It's a series of short-run campaigns with new games, new GMs, new players, as we're running back-to-back. And we've done Chasing Adventure and Call of Cthulhu. And right now we are on Masks, which is teenage angst superheroes. And we've had our first session last week, and it's great fun. We got about 5 to 6 sessions planned for that, so probably about another 5 sessions, so about another 5 weeks. And then we're going to move into the Sea of Stars, which is going to be a sci-fi game, which Dom will be in with me. And I don't remember if Soundwaves is also in that one. I can't remember everybody, but I think our friend
Nor and
Nathan
King
will be
is
in it.
dead together.
And then we'll have The King is Dead, and then Action Movie World to close it out, which is going to be awesome. Hey, Tice the Betrayer coming in with a 500 cheer bit right at the end of the night.
Sheesh.
All right, he wants to upgrade an enemy threat, add to the mission. Max, of course, on the wrong screen. It's going to make him really mad. It should be add 1 supply asset to Legion's resources, but he, if I know him really, he wants me to use it as a threat, so I can't disappoint him, I'm pretty sure. My fault, laying on the wrong screen. But thank you, Tice. Thank you, Obvious Guy, for the cheer bets. Thank you for the support out there. It all goes back to the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in. But yeah, so Tuesday Gaming Gallimaufry is going to go through all the way through the Action Movie World before we come back either with some Robotech or our next thing. And Tice says he supports the GM. I knew where he was going with that. Anyway, so, and then we'll be back next week, Thursday, as we alternate for Dungeons & Dragons, the Yawning Portal campaign. So that is it. That's what we need to do, and we're all done here. Thank you for my players for playing. Thank you for the audience members. Thank you for the cheer bits. I appreciate it very much. We will see you soon on Sundays again. Not quite yet, but soon. And we'll see you next week on Tuesday again for Masks, a new generation. So until then, have a good night. God bless and good gaming. We'll see you guys later.